Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video I am so excited because we are officially opening the Miss Universe 2023 season here on the channel. And of course I have prepared a fun, substantial video for all of you guys so that we can get to know some of the contestants of this year's edition at Miss Universe. So I'm gonna be introducing you to 15 candidates who caught my attention at a very early stage. So basically my top 15 early favorites for Miss Universe, okay? So you already know a lot of these comments are based on first impressions, and as we go deeper into the competition, we'll get to know them more about their advocacies and everything that these contestants have to offer. Now, if you want to support this video and the channel, don't forget to hit the like button so that this video gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel so that you are notified when I post new videos, which I do almost every single day. And last but not least, be part of the conversation in the comment section down below or the live chat. I want to have this conversation with human beings, otherwise I just look like a crazy person talking to a camera. Don't let me be that. Thank you for being here. I will see you with my top 15 early favorites right after the intro.
Get strong.
Let's jump right into it. At number 15 on my list, we have Miss Poland. I'm actually very happy that I get to talk about this contestant because this year when I first saw her photos, I was actually reminded of Miss Ukraine last year. I don't know if you remember, but she gave me like the blonde Barbie, very doll-like type of figure, type of image. And of course, that's an image that usually pageant fans really appreciate. Coming from the system of Miss Polski, we know that she is very close to the system of Supranational as well. So I'm expecting a lot from this girl. Usually pageant fans don't pay as much attention to girls from Europe, so I know that Poland is going to represent this year. Moving on, at number 14 on the list, we have Bryony representing South Africa. Of course, you might be wondering, Luis, that's a little low for South Africa. I know, but you know what? Let's talk about it. Bryony delivered an okay performance in my opinion during the finals of Miss South Africa. I thought that it could have been better in terms of performance. However, after watching everything that she did all throughout Crown Chasers, she has beautiful personality, very committed. The girl is so charming, and I know that now that she has the entire machinery of Miss South Africa behind herself, the performance is going to improve drastically. Now this year the competition at Miss Universe is going to be very fierce, so I'm giving Bryony a little bit more time to season herself, and let's see maybe on the next leaderboard how she's doing. How do you think she's going to do, by the way? Let me know in the comments. The number 13 spot on the list goes to Miss Namibia, and I'm actually very surprised that a lot of people are not talking about Miss Namibia. Sometimes I get the feeling that girls from Africa are a little bit overlooked, but guess what? Not today, Satan, not on my channel. Miss Namibia is also giving me the Black Barbie fantasy. I am honestly very surprised, very shocked with the diversity of looks that she is able to deliver. Do yourself a favor, go check out her social media. So already lots of versatility. We love that. Actually, Namibia as a country is really good at sending quality girls, eloquent, very gracious. So I think that this girl should not be the exception, and already with her looks she's already standing out for me. So again, go and check her out. You will not regret it. Going to number 12 on the list, we have Miss Spain. Of course, Spain is coming really strong back this year at Miss Universe, especially after the stellar performance of Alicia Faubel last year. First of all, this girl is giving me model vibes. Just the way that she looks so statuesque, her physique is just extremely beautiful. And one thing that her team always gets right is the styling. I personally know some of the people within the team at Miss Spain, and I know that they're going all the way above and beyond for the girls. So I know that she will have nothing but absolute support going to Miss Universe. She has already been traveling around doing photo shoots, working on her advocacy, and I am expecting to see a lot more from her in the upcoming weeks. A little side note, Spain is known as a country for its diversity and its inclusion, and I'm glad to see those values reflected on the caliber of girls and the type of girls that they select to be sent out to international pageants. Now moving on to number 11 on the list, we have our very own Madison representing Canada. I am so happy. I am so happy this year for Miss Canada. I know that Madison is going to do an incredible job at Miss Universe because I had the pleasure to see her perform at Miss International. You know, actually on my previous video, I said that she ended up in the top 5. She actually was a top 8 at Miss International, but you know, her performance was so good that she should have been a top 5 in my opinion. Quite frankly, it's been a few years that I haven't been as excited for a Miss Canada as this year, going to Miss Universe with Madison. I know that she's gonna give her everything. We're actually planning an interview soon, so stay tuned for that. And you know what? I'm actually very thrilled for how she's going to represent Canada on the universal stage. Moving on to the top 10, let's start by talking about Miss Nicaragua. Look at this woman. Can you tell me that she is not a Barbie or an actress from like the 1920s, old Hollywood glamour? I mean, this woman is just everything. I personally think that in terms of performance, because I was reviewing her national pageant and I was just blown away by how beautiful this woman looks on stage. Not just because she's beautiful, but the way that she behaves, she carries herself with so much grace, with so much confidence. All of those things really match her facial and physical beauty. So my expectation for her is really off the roof, but it's okay because I know that she will not disappoint. Now, I must admit, I haven't looked so much just yet into her social work or advocacy or anything like that. You know what? If anyone from her team is watching this, please make something happen so that we can interview her here on the channel. Actually, for all of the contestants on this list and even not on the list, you're all welcome here on the channel for an interview. So just holla at me. But for Miss Nicaragua, very promising. And I have a feeling that she will keep on going up on my lists as we go on, as I get to know her better. It's time already to talk about my number 9 pick, and that goes to India. Shweta was a surprise for a lot of people when she was crowned as Miss Universe India. Many people were actually expecting the first runner-up to be crowned. However, it was undeniable after reviewing the footage of Miss Diva 2023. Shweta really just kicked it off the park with the performance, the way that she carried herself on stage. She was undeniable. And we have not been able yet to review the Q&A portion because the footage is not yet available. However, it will be in just a few days. So I guess that we will also get to judge her on that sense and see what she's capable of in communication. But I can tell you that she is someone who thrives in the show business industry. So not only she knows how to present herself and carry herself in front of an audience, but she is also very eloquent. Promise, I went and did my homework and you shall do it too. But let me know, what do you think of India this year and what are your expectations when it comes to her? Let me know in the comment section. My number 8 position goes to Peru. I am so excited to see Peru coming back to Miss Universe with a very, very, very strong delegate. I feel like Peru always, most of the time, sends really high caliber girls, really prepared, and sometimes they tend to be a little bit overlooked. That's just my opinion. However, this year is going to be really, really hard to overlook them, judging by the beauty of the woman that they are sending to Miss Universe. In all fairness, after reviewing her national competition, she was the clear standout of the batch. And she actually started her pageantry journey in the US representing the Latino community. So I know that this time around, she will not only be a beautiful delegate, committed delegate for Peru, but also an eloquent one. So watch out for the Q&A. Moving on to number 7, I am so happy to see Dominican Republic coming back so strong to Miss Universe. This year representative for the country is 27 years old and she is half Dominican, half British. Once again, without trying to be redundant, based on the national competition, I was really impressed by her. I thought that she was a standout as well. And I must say, it seemed like Miss Dominican Republic this year was collaborating with Osmel Sosa. So they're bringing back a little bit of the prototype of beauty queen that a lot of pageant fans love, especially the prototype from like early 2000s or like 90s. I think that this girl embodies exactly that. Go and take a look at her photos. You will see the vibe, but at the same time, of course, remaining a very modern and committed 2023 type of woman. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Dominican Republic? Do you think that she has what it takes to obtain the universal crown? Moving on to number 6, we have Venezuela, Diana Silva. I am so happy to talk about her because this girl has been crowned for a while. We know that. And we also know that her crowning journey was not very easy. Just like Arboni last year, there were some accusations, some allegations. And after an investigation, there didn't seem to be any realistic proof to say that there was anything sketchy going on behind the scenes. So Diana has been preparing ever since. Not only she's beautiful, but of course, we know all the machinery and the commitment and the work that comes with the title of Miss Venezuela. And she has been doing exactly that. Again, this is just like a light video, so we're not gonna get too deep into it, but I encourage you, go through her social media, look at her work, look at her portraits, her appearances. The girl has been working non-stop. Based on how well Venezuela did last year, I know that the pressure is on for Diana, but if anyone can do it, it's Venezuela, right? Now let's get officially into my early top 5. And the 5th position goes to Philippines. Of course, we all know and love Michelle D. I have the absolute pleasure to assist, to be present at the coronation night of Miss Universe Philippines 2023. And it was all a journey. I mean, if you haven't watched my video reacting to that live, please go ahead and check it out. All I can say is that Michelle D has been one of the most consistent beauty queens ever since she decided to join pageantry again. She already represented the country before at Miss World, and this time around she joined for a second time Miss Universe Philippines after ending as a first runner-up last year. This was her lucky year as Michelle managed to grab the attention of the judges not only with her performance on stage but also with a killer Q&A. That's exactly what Michelle D is bringing into this year's competition for Miss Universe. I mean, knowing her and like following Philippines pageantry so closely as I do, I know that Michelle D is one of the girls with the strongest advocacy of them all. So if we're talking about transformational leadership and, you know, putting in the work and walking the walk, I think that Michelle D is going to be a really, really strong contender that a lot of girls shouldn't underestimate. She's coming through with the Asian beauty, and I know that she's a very competitive girl. So when the time comes and the switch goes on, everybody watch out for MMD. Moving on to number 4 on the list, we have Miss Colombia. This girl was literally just crowned yesterday and she is already up here on my list. At least it means that she is on my radar. And the reason for that is because, first of all, I think that she is so beautiful. I mean, that is absolutely undeniable. But at the same time, I was so surprised by her performance at Miss Universe Colombia. We all know that there was a different expected winner, Miss Buenaventura. However, she managed to steal the spotlight with a flawless performance, great Q&A segment, and at the end of the day, she won fair and square. I think that we shouldn't overlook that. In terms of being a transformational leader, she is literally a mother of 2, breaking the mold, showing that women can do anything that they want at any age and you don't have to put limits on their dreams. So I'm really excited to see her journey at Miss Universe and what she will deliver on stage as well. Moving on to number 3, we have Miss Puerto Rico. Carla coming really, really strong this year after a flawless performance at Supernational. This time around, she decided to take the crown for Puerto Rico. And I know that she will run with that to the stage of Miss Universe and give us a hell of a show. For anyone who followed the coronation night of Miss Universe Puerto Rico, you saw her performance was absolutely flawless. And I know you guys, I refer you a lot to other videos, but you have to check these things for yourself so that you can also make your own judgment. Carla doesn't always deliver on the looks. I really find her so relatable, so warm, so close to the people that she is representing, and at the same time, willing to put in the work. I think that she has been very, very consistent with advocacy and social work even since her Supernational days. So for me, that's always something that I look for. I don't like girls with instant noodle advocacies, and Carla is definitely not one of them. What are your expectations for Miss Puerto Rico? Let me know in the comment section. Now let's talk about my number 2 on the list, and that goes to Miss... As I told you earlier, I feel like sometimes girls from Europe get to be overlooked, or sometimes, you know, maybe because of cultural differences or just, you know, there's something in there that sometimes the European girls don't get as much attention or as much hype from pageant fans. Now, this time around, Miss France is here to prove us wrong because she is one of the candidates that everyone is talking about. And understandably so, because when you look at her, I mean, not only she is beautiful, but also she is giving me a very different vibe from most girls. She has a lot of character. When I look at her, I don't just see, you know, someone pretty or beautiful. I see a confident woman. I see a woman who is eloquent if you have watched her interviews. I see a woman that is committed if you follow her on social media. And one of the assets that she has is that coming from the system of Miss France, there's really no pressure for her to compete at Miss Universe or any of these international pageants. Whatever amount of effort she's willing to put is because of her free will. And I feel like that gives her a sense of freedom, and that gives her a sense of, you know, just trying her best to prove something to herself that maybe most other contestants cannot relate to that feeling. Now, realistically speaking, France has done really, really well at Miss Universe in the past decade, going as far as winning the pageant. However, let's not forget that right now Miss Universe has a completely different management, so you never know. The stars might align and Indira might go home with the universal crown again. And finally, my number one pick on the list, and believe me, she is the talk of the town, goes to Thailand. Antonia Portelles managed to make history just a few weeks ago when she won the title of Miss Universe Thailand after previously being a title holder for Miss Supranational, who is arguably one of the top 5 pageants in the world. This is not small achievement, and at the same time a history defining moment for her country. Now, of course, because of this, the audience already kind of has a public perception of who Antonia is and what she can deliver. Some people love the fact that she's a title holder and she decided to come back to follow her dreams. Other people say that she might be selfish because she is going after a different crown after she already managed to win a pretty big title. So to a certain extent, I feel like perception about Antonia is split. However, no one, and I mean no one, can deny that this woman is the full package. And it has been a long time overdue for Thailand to win Miss Universe. I feel like as of right now, if someone can do that for Thailand, it's Antonia. Not only she is beautiful, she delivers on the performance, she is very relatable, she's very likable, she is a breath of fresh air. And the thing is that it doesn't feel like we are crowning a Miss Supranational and sending her to Miss Universe. She feels like a whole new version of herself this time around. So for me, personally, I am all in. One thing that I will say about her, however, this is my little piece of feedback, I don't know so much about the advocacy. And I know that she's working, with the Miss Universe Thailand, and of course they will help her, and and she has been doing this for a while because of course, after Super and all of that. But for me, her advocacy is not so clear just yet. Maybe that's just a me thing. I will look into it. I'll do some more research and maybe I will come back with my next video and change my mind. But right now I feel like that is her weak spot, especially considering that Miss Universe is always talking about transformational leader. Her story is. Now I want to see that reflected as well on her social projects. So there you go, everyone. That was my top 15 early favorites for Miss Universe 2023. As I said, these are just mainly first impressions. The ranking is going to change. I'm going to find out more about the girls. Some new girls will come in. Some girls will go out. That's how it is. That's how it works. And we are okay with that. Now, let me know in the comment section everything that you want to express about my opinion, my comments, the ranking, the girls, who should be in, who should be out. I want us to have that conversation as we prepare for Miss Universe 2023, which is going to be so exciting. Remember to like this video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel so that you are on the loop of my new videos whenever I upload. And until I see you next time, just stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.